Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where I post every Monday and Thursday. In today's episode, we are going to check out the most trendy design resources. Now, these are based on the design trends that I've listed on the screen right now, including 3D, Glassmorphism, and big type. So without further ado, let's just get started with this video. So the easiest way to get started with 3D is to get started with 3D in your favorite design tool, which is Figma. Now in Figma, we have 3D shapes, which allow us to quickly get started. Once you get to this page called 3D shapes, you can always duplicate this. This will allow you to use it in your own projects itself. I think this is one of the most impressive libraries of 3D I've seen in Figma ever. Now, if we go to these symbols on the left here, you'll be able to see symbols of different colors and different shapes. You can of course double click and copy any one of these into your design projects. There are various assets, matte black donuts like this, matte white donuts, plastic donuts like these, more glassy donuts like these, which I think will work very well with Glassmorphism, to be honest. Each design is actually an image. So you can of course edit the exposure like this I'm doing on the right. You can always change the contrast, the saturation, the tint, and much more to change and edit the style of that image. The next is how to get 3D assets from a premium UI design library like UI8.net. For free. Now, of course, they have a lot of UI kits and even 3D designs like this one. So, for example, I want this Bento 3D design volume 3. I feel they have very good colors. I personally like this colorway that they've used, this orange gray and charcoal gray right here. Of course, this is a paid one. This is for $68, kind of pricey, worth the price, of course. But if you want to try these out for your personal projects, you can always click on preview and then click on demo. This allows you to directly download a demo file with few of these icons and mockup. They also have this 3D assets section. So if you click on 3D assets, they'll show you the entire library of 3D resources on their website. The next library is absolutely amazing. Shapefest allows you to browse hundreds of thousands of different 3D shapes, hands, mockups, and much more all in one place. And the best part is they have various kind of options for these materials. So for Glassmorphism, you can always import these thin plastic or glass kind of shapes. I love that the creator has given all these for absolutely free. So if you want to incorporate 3D objects, this is one of the best websites in the world right now. Now, if you want to take a look at some abstract 3D objects like bubbles, marble, and various kind of shapes and sizes, this is absolutely the 3D pack for you. Abstract Pack 3D Survival Model Kit. If I scroll down, as you can see, there are various icons all in white, which you can obviously edit and change in your 3D software. You get all these 3D models as well as their PNG counterparts, as well as 4K renders. So you have high quality assets for sure. The best part is that it's only for $5. Yes, an entire library of 1,000 plus illustrations, icons, whatever you want to call them, for only $5. That's it. That's less than a pizza in India, and that's much less than a Starbucks coffee for sure. You can get it for free in the zip format and you can use it in your projects. I think this is a must try for all of you guys. Now, the next one I'm very impressed by is an open source 3D design asset. It's called 3D and they have a decent library of various assets ranging from plants to tables to lamps to clocks to bags and much more. They've also given a little how to color instruction where they explain to us how to give colors to these amazing 3D illustrations or icons. And it's quite easy to follow along. Now I know a lot of you guys don't know how to create 3D shapes on your own, but this tool is very simple. It's almost like using Figma and you can create such amazing 3D assets in your design. They have recently launched their preview release, which I'll just show you in a moment. It has download for macOS, but the Windows version is coming soon. So if you want the Windows version to come sooner, go ahead and put that in the comments, of course. And to get started, they already have some of these 3D models laid out for you. I really like this device model, which is an iPhone 12. If I click on it, it brings me into this 3D environment and I can go from left to right or rotate around in this. I can quickly just click on this cube on the top and add my own cube right here, as you can see. And I can adjust the corners, the bulge. I think this is one of the easiest ways to make 3D shapes, 3D models, and even edit 3D models that you can download from the internet for free. The next category is Glassmorphism. And the best way to start with Glassmorphism is to look at Glassmorphism cards. Now this designer named Mohammed, I cannot pronounce the last name, I'm sorry man. If I go down, as you can see, these cards are very, very well designed. I am impressed by how detailed these cards look. These borders, as you can see, look glossy so that it seems as if glass is bouncing off these edges, as well as there's some glare on the top left, and the background is blurred as is required in Glassmorphism. I made a video on Glassmorphism, so if you want to know how to create such assets in Figma or XD, I'll link that video somewhere here. And the best part is he's also given light background example. And at the bottom, he has written something, request the Figma link if you want a copy. So go over to his profile, I'll be linking that. Go to his profile and just say message and message him and say, hey Mohammed, I'm from Punit Chawla's channel. Can you give me this Figma file for this Glassmorphism? I would appreciate that. And I'm sure he'll give it over to you. Now, Glassmorphism is a big thing in macOS Big Sur as well as in Windows 10. Now, my friends at LS Graphics, who are also a sponsor of this channel, have a Big Sur free UI kit for both Sketch as well as Figma. Now if I scroll down, as you can see, we have so many glass objects like this panel on the left, this little drop down, which I also have this control center in my Mac as well. All of these browser tabs and much more inside their UI kit. I love these cards, which are basically on this colorful background, and this is more or less Glassmorphism. Now, what better than a Glassmorphism CSS generator? A lot of people have asked whether you can do this Glassmorphism effect in code as well. This is your answer. All you need to do is adjust it according to your preference, add blur value, add transparency like I'm doing here. You can even add an outline, which is more common in glass, as well as change the color of the glass itself. As you can see, the glass is slightly changing in the tint in this case. And you can always copy the CSS code from here. So whatever project you're working on, you can get code from here, and you can even see how it looks from here. Now, another trend in UI design coming up in 2021 is big type or large fonts. Now, there are some resources which I've collected which will help you get those big type or large fonts for sure. The first resource is fontspace.com, and they have a lot of different categories, unlike Google Fonts where you only have 4 or 5 categories. One of the categories is called big fonts, and they show various popular big fonts which you can use as display fonts for your websites or even your applications. Not only this, you can customize how these fonts look here, so before you use them, you can try it out here. Apart from this, they also have a light mode, so you can always switch between light and dark mode from here. And you have various other categories like headline, which again is a big font style only, but it's slightly different. Handwriting for just handwriting text. A particular place I always go to for some sort of inspiration for website design especially is awards.com. And they have this typography section. If I go to typography, as you can see, these are large fonts used on various websites, portfolio websites, product websites, and much, much more. You can always gather information from sites like awards.com whenever you get stuck or you want to see how to implement these large fonts in your website. I personally love how this website is using it in a very graphic design kind of form, and I absolutely dig it. Now, another great tool or resource for finding out some amazing big fonts for your trendy designs is typeeverything.com. And on this site, you find all of these various cool and very high quality fonts for your big font displays. They also have various categories inside their menu called sans, serif, vintage, lettering brushes, type archive, and scripts. Go check this out. It's called typeeverything.com and it's free to check out, of course. There is a very good article on Medium on UX Design Collective, and it is absolutely spot on. I feel each one of these points is absolutely true, and the author herself is very, very well known in the Medium space. Okay, so that has been it for today, guys. This was a lightweight video I wanted to make for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and press that like button. Also subscribe to the channel. We are so close to 50,000 subscribers. I will see you every Monday and Thursday. Until then, make sure you have a great week. God bless.